For this video, we're going to focus on a very specific use case of how do you protect ServiceNow as a cloud service. We're going to focus on specifically just-in-time access, privileged access for a standard user, elevating their permissions to a system administrator, and putting a set of expirations around that elevated permission of 60 minutes, and then automatically expiring that, returning that account to a standard account with 0 standing permissions. Britive accomplishes this task using no agents, no proxy, 100% API integration. What I'm highlighting in the video is kind of the flow we're going to go through of a user engages with Britive. Britive actually has what we call profiles that allow users to check out the permissions they need. I'll kind of show you the catalog of that and use those permissions. I'm highlighting on this slide as well that we integrate with tools like Okta, Ping Identity, Azure, Workday to also protect Britive itself. Britive, you don't need those. None of those are required. We actually have our own multi-factor authentication, but you can integrate with a tool like Okta. So let's step through the process of checking out a profile in Britive and using it in ServiceNow. So when you take a look in ServiceNow, right now I'm a standard user. I'm logged in as John Morton. I have 0 permissions. If you look at business applications, right, I have absolutely nothing checked out to me. What we do in Britive is we first connect to a system like ServiceNow, and we do an inventory or a catalog of what's available, what permissions exist, what groups exist, what accounts exist. What we then do with those is we actually leverage those to create what we call profiles. So I have a list here of all the permissions that exist within this instance of ServiceNow that I'm using in production, right? And we like to create what we call profiles. When you create a profile, you can set things like your expiration, how long can this profile be available to a user, any descriptions, any extensions. We also like to dictate, well, what associations do we want, whether that's you can have a break glass example of a developer getting access to production, right? Or we want to limit access to a specific production and who those users are, right? Using cloud terminology, we can do things like tags. We could say, hey, let's associate tags to users to give access. When you actually check out that access, this is what it looks like now on my access page, where you can see a couple of other services I have access to. But I do have access to ServiceNow. I have access to this particular environment, demo environment, and I want to check out system administrator profile, right? So it's associated to that specific permission in ServiceNow. I click on checkout, and you'll see that the profile is checked out to me, and I have this profile available to me for 59 minutes. This is a great idea, right? Anybody who's watched the news recently or anytime knows that ServiceNow, has come under a bit of scrutiny for how they handle business. Our concept is 0 standing permissions. We can give you the access you need when you need it, and you can use it. So let's go ahead and log into ServiceNow with that profile I just checked out. And looking at the access I have now, right? We have my landing page includes the system administration access, right? I can modify business applications. The key is I was given this permission just in time. I have this available to me, and I elevated my permissions on demand, and now I have them as I need them, and they're going to expire in 60 minutes.